This will be, God willing, the first 312 digits of pi if the number 3 is counted as the first number. Now, before I start counting, I'd like to explain a little bit about what I'm doing here, the purpose of this, and how it's not just a bunch of numbers being recited by memory, but an incredible inspiration and understanding that I've had over the past several years, and much more accelerated recently, especially after these high holidays and Sukkot, the holiday that we're now in, that the number pi is an infinite number, and it can help understand infinity in general and related to God, to the Creator. And because in our limited understanding, when we try to understand unlimited things, we can start with unlimited numbers. And since we understand God to be unlimited, to be infinite, to be without any bound, any measure, the infinite number pi can be an effective tool at least starting to understand about the infinite nature of God. So pi is just a bunch of numbers, and if you're familiar with the concept of gematria is assigning a numerical value to letters and words. And if pi is infinite numbers, then it's infinite letters and words, and infinite sentences, and infinite books, and infinite sets of books and encyclopedias, and all. It's everything. It's credit card numbers, it's phone numbers, it's license plate numbers, social security numbers, any numbers, any metric at all that are expressed in numbers are in pi, and any arrangement, any combination, any permutation. And so you look at if you're reading the back of an ingredients label and you see numbers there, those are also words, different words in different languages, and they're languages within languages, and they're languages that explain languages and new languages that haven't even come forward yet. So I think you get the idea, at least I hope you get the idea of my study of pi. Now here's something very interesting. Think about all the numbers that we come in contact with on a daily basis. Think about when we look at the clock. Think about when we ask how much does this cost, the price, but even more detailed numbers that we may not even think about. Like, for example, let's say you're on social media and you happen to take a glance. Let's say you have X. I don't know how Instagram works. I think Instagram is very popular now, or Facebook, or I think most of them tell you how many friends you have or how many followers you have. But you happen to look up and you see, let's just say you have 660 posts. Okay, 660, that number. And I'm saying that because today I looked at my posts, and it was exactly 660 posts. I had a few pages and they were canceled, but this new page, the one I'm using now, is today, exactly today. The last post I made it 660 posts. Why is that significant? Because as it turns out, the number of pi that I'm in right now, I've been doing 300 digits of pi by heart, and each 3-digit, I see them as words, but they're numbers, is a gematria. Like, for example, there's a name that describes the Creator. It's Shin Dal Yud Shaddai, and it has a numerical value of 314. Rashi says concerning the angel that will lead the people of Israel in Exodus chapter, I think it's Exodus chapter 23, verse 20. Rashi says that the angel Mitat Ron has a numerical value of 314 as well, as it correlates to this particular name of God. And so that's what can come to mind when you first look at the number 314, but it's millions and millions of other things too. 314 can mean, let's just say, Albert Einstein's birthday. 314 can mean it's Pi Day because of that reason. But 314 can mean so many things. If you see it in terms of colors, I think you get the point. So the idea is that there's a special way of breaking down pi. People break it down in different ways. People can do every 10 digits, every 5 digits, every 7 digits, and some people do it every 3 digits. That's how I do it. But the question is going to be, let's get back to that. I skipped a step. When I said 660, the way I counted it and the number today of the infinity pi counting, which I got to today, 312 digits of pi, is exactly the number 660, and that matches the amount of posts that I have on my Twitter or X page. And so if you think about if the number pi is, let's just say, a number that is like, let's just call it God's information, then every bit of information, every possible bit of information is in there. All of Torah, all of the Talmud, all of the Zohar, all of the Mishnah, all of everything, every math book, every physics book, everything is in there. Even secular books, all languages, all reality. And so, all planetary information. And so, when you see it at that level, that means that your number of friends in Facebook, or your number of friends on Instagram, or your followers, or your likes, those are all numbers too. And those are all in pi too. And they mean things too. So today, the number is 660, which is the 312th digit of pi, 312th number of pi, if you count 3 as 1. So 3 is the first number, 1 is the second, 4 is the third, 1 is the fifth, 1 is the fourth, like that, 3, 1, 4. So with that being said, I think by now you might have an idea of why I'm doing this and the purpose of it, and how what greater use it could have for the next frontier of Torah learning, of humanity, of science, physics, medicine, economics. But I mean, just every discipline. It's reality. It's reality science. That's the best way I can coin the term, but also a term that I came with is called chaos mathematics. Chaos because it deals with so many things and so many different disciplines that it seems to be chaotic. There's just so much information that it's really a lot. And if it's a lot for many people to handle or to stomach, I definitely don't blame you, because it's really a lot to handle for myself as well. But I just love doing it. But anyway, I start counting the 3 as the first digit, and 1 as the second, and 4 as the third. 314, 159, 265, 358, 979, 323, 846, 264, 338, 327, 950, 288, 419, 716, 939, 937, 5, 1, 0, 582, 097, 494, 459, 459, I should say. I'll keep them with the single digits. 459, 230, 781, 640, 628, 620, 900 possibilities of numbers just in the first 300. And if you knew the gematria for every single one of those numbers and you applied it to translate the Torah, how much knowledge and understanding would you have more than people have today? Thank you for listening. Hope to see you in the next video.